seen this a couple of times, the 27-15-30, which was kind of the top dog in the McCormick Deering lineup at one point. And it's yeah, 27. So from Green Ridge, Missouri, Mr. Jeff Tucker, the proud owner. And the 1968 770, we saw that in the parade yesterday, and I hope I didn't lose the video. I had some difficulty last night. I think I inadvertently deleted some video, so we'll see how it comes out. And we got a Goldie, 1970. It's a beauty. And another one, only this one's a hydro. One next to it is a gear drive, and a mini 826 hydro. You get about halfway through this barn here, and then you have to start going from the other side. We've got a gorgeous 966 coming up here, Mr. Jason Good from Holden, Missouri. 76. It's a beauty though. You see a lot of 1066s, but you don't see many 966s. But it's beautiful, that's for sure. That's for sure. Woohoo! Sorry about that. Yeah, that's a beauty too. I just read the little board they have set up on this tractor. It's a what I would call a cancer tractor. It's in memory of all the people who have lost the battle against cancer, and I've lost some. You know, my mother, several good friends I've lost to cancer. So it's tough going. Now we'll slip down the other side here. Oh, there's a gorgeous 1066. That is really nice. Cruise down here, have a look at Doug Herbeck's 1956, he says, F-130, Farmall 130. Number 501, that means the first one off the assembly line. So it was built in 56, but I kind of think it's a 57 model. And the so far unrestored number 10. And there's still debate as to whether Doug's going to go to the cemetery in one of these or in a hearse. We hopefully don't find out anytime soon. So here we have the 14 and a 5438, which is hydro. That only came in hydro. So a couple of beauties though, that's for sure. Well, again, I'm just out cruising, and I find myself next to the 40 series. I guess they'd call the 40 series. WD 40s. We're talking stuff from probably the late 20s into the 30s. Real early stuff. Real early. That says a WA on it, on the tank up there. I have no idea. It's 6-cylinder gas. I think it's gas. But there's a beautiful 1020. That's a 1970 model. I believe we saw that in the parade earlier today. Another crawler, track tractor. I'll have to catch him going the other direction. The sun's not working in my favor. We'll see if we can catch some of them going this way. What do we got here? 1937 W40. Oh, they got some signs on things now, so I can tell what it is maybe. 1938 T35 from Macon, Missouri. And a better shot of the 1927 1020. These guys up here in the shade, so It's a diesel, 1934 WD. I guess the D stands for diesel. That's pretty standard. Okay, we're going to take a buzz along this. We're on pavement, so it might be a little smoother. These all look pretty much originals. Oh, we got a couple of pretty ones up here. Beautiful Farm Hall. Probably a 20 and an F12. On that 230, we've seen that in the parade a couple times, as well as the truck. It's an 1100. Well, they're getting close, a whole lot closer than they were this morning. When I came in this morning, it was just 4 wheels and a couple of rails. The pressure's on. Well, what we have here, folks, is a International 1958 RDF 402. And this thing has been restored and detailed to the max. And it is gorgeous, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Gentlemen here put a lot of time, effort, and greenbacks into this. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous. See if I get razzle-dazzle here with my video. Yeah. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. See if I can fall over here, trip over my own feet here. Yeah, this is gorgeous. Pretty cool. Back up enough so I can get it all in. Well, we're going to take a stroll down here. Things have thinned out a bit. Last afternoon of the show, so people have to get home. A lot of them have a long trek. So take a spin down this row here. We just finished up having one heck of a cloud burst, and it was coming down in buckets, so everybody was running for cover. So I went and had me a bit of lunch, and ended up drying off my. Oh, we got a couple of running here. Drive. Well, the boys got them fired up. They're getting ready to head for the barn, figuratively speaking. I'm going to call it a wrap on Red Power 2025, Sedalia, Missouri. Things are thinning out and lots of people are loading. So I think I'm going to go turn my buggy in and head for back to the hotel. Take a couple of showers and just try to relax a little bit. Not to say I won't accidentally stop once or something to take a picture on the way. But, so this is Brady Boy Bill Karras signing off. Have a good one, folks. I guess this must mean the show's almost over. Just right so she doesn't bounce. And we saw this guy yesterday, the 68 70 770, 1968 770 high clear sprayer, the Hall family out of Maryville, Missouri. Pretty unique day. I think I've only seen that one other show. Here's a beautiful little B414 out of Doncaster, England. Talked to him quite a bit yesterday. Comical guy. Not many of those around. I just get a kick out of these old girls. Super M. I'm always amazed by how smooth and quiet they are. And we got a Super HV here, 1954 model. High clear for high crops that you grew in a raised bed. So you got tall spindles on the front. Now, the parade ain't over yet, lady. Slow it down, slow it down. Okay, here we got a couple of 1950, not 51s. It was a 1950 Super A white demo. And then his buddies down there, they all belong to the same gentleman if I recall. It's a 1950 C, not a Super C, but just a C. Had a chat with the owner. He's very meticulous about attention to detail and accuracy. Here's a beautiful little McCormick Deering 04 orchard tractor with all the extra sheet metal. Try to not get tangled up in low-hanging branches in the orchards. Got a nice little two-bottom little Genius plow on the back there. Little Cub low boy. Well, it took this gentleman a while to find a gear, but he finally got her going. A 1937 W40. Big 6-cylinder in there. Nice little Farmall F12. It got people out from behind the horse and onto a tractor. There we go. And if anybody's interested in the color thing, in 1937 International started painting their tractors red instead of gray. So that was the deal. Looks like Mr. Niemeyer coming in one of his tractors. He's got two, a 340 and a 240, and they're just gorgeous, gorgeous restorations. Meticulous paint, attention to detail, they're great. Right here in Missouri, Sedalia, Missouri, 2025 Red Power Roundup. And he's got the Farmall 400 just putting along real slow there. Farmall 400. I drove a Farmall 400 pedal tractor back in my youth. This is a 1954 Tom Phillips, Prescott, Iowa. Beautiful tractor though. Well, the picture taken here in the sheep pavilion isn't too good, so I'm going to give you a little scan of the truck section here. It's a beauty right here. And so I'll probably just wander around and take a couple of snaps. Try to catch between people and golf carts. Here comes another creation. It's a 128 Cub Cadet. Quite a little engineering feat. Here comes a big boy. 1468. Looking real good. 1973 model. And it's still got the cab with, which is pretty rare. They usually tear the cabs off during the restoration. The cab's a whole lot more work. Nice little flatbed. Slim and nanner pickings. And I guess we'll just take a little cruise here. A beautiful Super C, very, very nice. Very nice. Got a Farmall 450 diesel. Very nice. And a Super MTA. And I love taking pictures of that bad boy. I think I saw it last year in Spencer as well. And a very, very nice turbo 1066. Let's get over here where there's some sunshine. A little easier to, a little more camera friendly. Yeah, here's an 86 hydro. That's gorgeous. I think we saw that in parade either yesterday
now
or
take
today.
another stroll through the sheep pavilion. We've got a beautiful 1066 here, a 300 with a custom paint job, and often they're like for cancer or some other vicious kind of affliction. Another 1066, gorgeous, beautiful 1206. That's gorgeous. And we got a 966 that's very, very nicely, let's see, who did that there? Jason Good, I guess, Holden, Missouri, 1976, yeah. So it's a goodie, that's for sure. Beautiful little Cub with the front blade. Custom 826 hydro mini tractor. And here's his big brother, 826 hydro. I think that was the only, well, I take that back. It was a gold demo. An 826 could be had either in gear drive or hydro. Here's Doug Seymour's 504 high clear, and another 826. I believe this one's gear drive, which isn't looking very good because we're shooting kind of into the sun. Beautiful 806. I was a little slow on the trigger there. Didn't get the front end. So here we go. 1066, looking good. Oh, 674. What's he think this is, a drag race? Jeez, slow down, buddy. Other folks want to look. Good looking 1206 front wheel assist. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, we got a nice little Super A with a little disc on the back. We just saw that, and a gorgeous 460 here, 460 utility. And that is a 1958 model. Yeah, that's a gorgeous. And we got a, what the heck is it? Now, I don't know if it's international or not, but it's been on display here, so I'm guessing it is, or at least maybe an international motor of some sort. Beautiful little 61 Cub Cadet, and it's for sale for $5 grand, like that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Here we have a beautiful 660 diesel. I think they were all diesels, a 1959 model. Got a U.S. flag, an Air Force flag, red power flag. Well, here comes a fake gold demo. There was no such thing as a 1256 gold demo, unless there's something that I don't know about. Never seen one before. From everything I've read, there was no such a thing. But it's his paint and his tractor, so he can do what he wants. Beautiful Super MTA. Got a rollover plow on the back. More time. Beautiful, beautiful. Pretty rare, beautiful setup. Quite the beast, that's for sure.
beast. Here's an especially nice Farmall 350, and it's a diesel, which makes it even more rare. But this just has an incredible, just spectacular, wonderful, stupendous, tremendous restoration with the fast hitch on the back. It's gorgeous though. Very nice old 1206 Parkin Farms. Quite the lady, pretty entertaining to chat with her. Well, a guy on the little mule is in a hurry, I guess. Just showing off. Old guys show off too. Very nice 460 up for sale in 1959. Probably umbrella and all. Another beautiful 1066 Hydro, which is a fairly rare tractor. I think it was renamed the Hydro 100. This is a 73 model here, so maybe it was 74 or something that they renamed it the beautiful 1206. Oh, got his little hound dog up there on the platform between his feet. Beautiful tractor. Oh, I'm going to shift gears, I guess, here. There we go. I'm sure a number of these tractors, we've seen them. We saw them yesterday in the parade, so. But I always enjoy watching them go by, even if it's the same tractors sometimes. Or a lot of well, we're just going to take a little stroll here. We're in the sheep pavilion, and we've seen some of these tractors. I think this 340, we just saw it in the parade here a little while ago by the Niemeyer family, 1958 340, 1958 240, and they are both just meticulously restored. They're just gorgeous, just gorgeous. Mr. Doug Herbeck from Nebraska. He put on the show a couple of years ago. Number 10 spreader there behind his little 130. I guess a friend from Canada. W4, beautiful W4. That's a beauty. It's a 1912 International Victor out of Purvis, Mississippi. Robert and Kathy Dearman. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Gentleman cruising with his 1967. That was the last year for the 1206. They only made him for 3 years, 65, 66, and 67. Model year at least. No one fights along. And here's a 58. Seen this at several shows, I think. It's just a really gorgeous 350 high clear, restored up very nicely. And this job here, very good. Nice 544 Hydro Gold. 1924 McCormick Deering 1020. And unless I've had a couple of birds fly over me, it's starting to sprinkle. Really nice Farmall 230, which replaced the 200, which replaced the Super C, which replaced the C. Get them golf carts out of the parade. Real nice. Don't want to forget the old gas engine. Just popping right along here. Beautiful. Plus, this is where the ice cream is, the homemade ice cream. It's right by the old gas engine display. $1927, $15.30. I believe we saw that one yesterday. Quite the little rig, though. A whole lot better than following a horse. I think it's a $12.50. Cub Cadet, 460 utility. Nice little utility carrier on the back though. Look real good. Another Smooth M. Marcellus Jasper. There we go. World famous 5388. Front half of a 54 and the back half of a, I think it was a 7130 that he did. What else have we got here now? Another really nice 1066. A very, very, very popular tractor. Very popular was the 1066. That's a gorgeous example of it too. Here's his big brother, the 06 Orchard. Smooth, quiet, just putting along. $14.56. The big 4-rib fat tires on the front. It's a 1971 model. Jesse White out of Lucerne, Missouri. Beautiful Farmall 400. That's beautiful. Danny Valentine. Another one for Lucerne, Missouri. Gorgeous tractor, gorgeous.